Hey kids, and welcome to How to Be Annoying 101 on the Disney Channel. Coming up next is Jake Paul's... Oh god, cut it! Cut it now! Hello students, and welcome to How to Be Annoying Class 101. Today, we're gonna talk about how easy it is to be extremely annoying and what to learn from it. Take in mind, there are many ways to be annoying, and in today's lesson, I'm only going to be talking about a few of them. But before we start, do we have any questions?
Oh, me!
What is it, Billy?
What does a nosy pepper do?
I don't know, Billy. What kind of a question is that?
They get jalapeno business.
Oh, Billy. Oh, you think that's funny, do you?
But sir...
No one likes a bad joke, Billy! Sit down! Be humble. Heyo, and welcome to How to Be Annoying 101. Today, I want to talk to you about just a couple of things that certainly annoy the hell out of me when it comes to people, and perhaps you'll be able to relate to a couple of them. Now, as you know, it's not really hard to be annoying as a person, but when it comes to the many obstacles in life, there are certainly situations with plenty of people that just make things so annoying when it comes to everyday life, and that's exactly what I want to elaborate on. Now, take in mind this video is probably going to be a little biased since, I am talking from my own experiences, but that being said, we all have our own things that certainly annoy us the most, like long introductions. And okay, I'm dragging this out now, so let's just get right into it. Now, be honest. You've been in this situation before. You're there hanging out with friends, or maybe in a classroom, or maybe you're at work, and you're just doing your thing. No one's really paying attention to you, and that bothers you, but you just keep at whatever you're doing because why not? But then out of nowhere, a friend, student, or coworker of yours randomly pays attention to you and asks your opinion about something. Now in your mind, you're like, wow, this person actually wants to know how I feel about something. I feel wanted. I feel respected. And as you open your mouth to answer this person's question to you, something or someone gets their attention and they disregard you altogether. Like what? Like why? When it comes to being with people, situations like this are certainly frowned upon by anybody simply because of how disrespected you feel when you're talking to someone and they just ditch the conversation with you midway and turn to something else? Like, how could you?
Hey Jordan.
Yeah?
I want your honest opinion. What are your thoughts on Mrs. Guswell's teaching?
Well, I personally feel like...
Yo, dude, wanna check out my Yu-Gi-Oh collection?
Heck yeah, dude!
I remember this situation used to happen to me quite a lot, especially throughout junior high and high school, and it would honestly boil my blood. I mean, it's one thing to get bored of a conversation, but to immediately dismiss a person shortly after asking the question is just right down terrible! If you're one of these people that asks questions... If you're one of these people that asks questions and then disregards people, you, my friend, are already one step closer to becoming an annoying person. Let's move on, shall we? Alright, so this is a pretty common situation that happens to most movie-loving goers who enjoy taking some time to go to the theater to watch a good movie. And that is people who talk in the theater during the movie. Now, as typical of an annoyance this may be, some of you who feel this way might have not been exposed to the worst of this situation. I have personally been in movie theaters where people have fallen asleep and started snoring loudly during the movie, people who answer phone calls during the movie, and the more common, people just laughing and talking with their friends while the movie is playing kinds of people. Now, in my mind, I don't understand how these humans think this is okay to do any of this, because when you go to a movie, you are collectively observing
Essentially a piece of work put together by thousands of people that took probably over a few years
to make for your entertainment, yet the ignorance in the individuals who come to this movie to disregard I'm crying, I'm sorry. This really means a lot to me. Yet the ignorance in the individuals who come to this movie to disregard it and everyone else is astonishing. Wow, hey guys, check it out. We got some annoying elites over here. Front row. Quick, toss your popcorn at them and shatter their egos. Oh, it's hard to laugh like that sometimes. Moving on to our next topic, which is, yes, charity catcalling. Now, this is a bit of a new thing that I have personally experienced since living in a bigger city, but perhaps a lot of you guys can relate. You ever go to the mall or downtown and you happen to pass by a few individuals that seem to be a part of some sort of charity group, looking to go up to strangers, pretending to be your friend, and then finding out they had an ulterior motive this whole time in getting your money? Now, I first off want to say it's nice that people are doing charity work, and I'm not bashing on that. I'm more or less bothered by when you're not interested in partaking in this activity, this person is trying to persuade you into, and then they begin to shame you or call you out for not donating. Let me give you an example here. I happen to live close to a mall that is also connected to the subway station I need to go to in order to go downtown at any given time, and by the entrance of this subway, once a week, about 5 to 10 people are there with these iPads who go up to random strangers entering the mall or leaving the subway and try to get their attention in order to persuade them in donating for this cause of some kind. Because I deal with this like every freaking week, it's become increasingly annoying to the point where I purposely put in headphones to ignore them. But there was one time I walked by one of them, and when one of them came up to me and I said I wasn't interested, he got right up in my face and said, "What, you don't care about kids that don't have money?" First off, when it comes to charities, it's for people who make the choice to donate, and I've done that many times, as I'm sure many people have. However, I'm just trying to live my life, go in and out of the subway that is literally by my home in order to go about my day, and every week I'm dealing with this charity catcalling that has gotten out of hand. Second, what if I was poor? What if I was also struggling with money and couldn't afford to give to charity, and I got these people shaming me over that? It's ridiculous. This situation is somewhat personal because it has been something I've been dealing with often, and even if some of you haven't really been exposed to that kind of situation, I can assure you it is a very real and very wrong thing going on in society. But at the end of the day, there are many things that can get quite annoying when it comes to mastering the art of annoyance. It is quite simple. Disregard other people, be self-centered, and also be very loud and obnoxious. With that being said, that is all for this week's class. Be sure to tune in next time where we'll talk more about being annoying and trolls that exist on the internet.
But sir, trolls don't exist.
Dang it, Billy, don't you learn?